Hey, it's Miss Pitzel at the Appleton West Library, and I'm book talking a realistic fiction book called Where the Road Leads Us, and is by Reul. I read this within the past week, and it was a great feel-good book. It dealt with some difficult issues, kind of a little bit of coming of age, but also some health issues. But it made me laugh more than anything else. And there were some wonderful instances of that. And it's kind of interesting because, I love books that make me cry, but it's actually harder to find those books that, leave you with just this good feeling. And like I said, this one was perfectly one of those. Just perfectly fit that category. So, okay, what is it about? So, Jack he's about to head to New York. They live in California. Takes place in Los Angeles, California. And he's about to head to New York. He's just graduated from high school, and he's got a summer internship in New York, working at Columbia, because that's where he's going to go to college. And he's got some mixed feelings about that. And he meets up with Haley. So this is somebody who did actually go to school with him at one point, and he kind of recognizes her, and she sees him, at a restaurant. So it's from both of their points of view. So it's nice because you get a male point of view and you get a female point of view. Haley ended up leaving school and getting her GED because she has some health issues. And I'm not going to be giving too much away because it comes up pretty early in the book, and that she has a very rare form of cancer. So, how are things going? So this kind of ends up being a road trip because Haley wants to go see this person that she's met online through a support group, a cancer support group. And this person is in Oregon. And she's she grew up in Los Angeles, doesn't know how to drive, which is kind of unusual. But so she's going to take the bus, and it ends up that she and Jack share not a cab, something like an Uber, but it's not Uber. And then they end up at the bus station together. But there's wildfires, which means that they're stuck. And they end up getting this guy back who gave them the ride to the bus station. Jack calls him, and he's like, hey, you can make some money, and, we can get where we want to go. Because he wants to get to San Francisco because he's just found out that his brother, that he knows where his brother is. His brother had been kicked out by his parents due to drug addictions, multiple relapses and things like that. And Jack is also dealing with his father's death. So there's a lot of serious issues, but like I said, there were so many points in this book where I just found myself outright laughing. So one example is they're headed up north, the goal is San Francisco and beyond. So they're headed up north, and they're at this gas station. They leave the car running. It's a Kia, and somebody steals it, and so they're able to track it because their phones are in the car. So they're able to track it, and how are we going to scare these people? Well, it turns out the guy who helps them has all these mannequins, and so it's just one of the most hilarious scenes I ever have read. And it's, like I said, I found myself laughing, and in the end of this book there's just a hopeful, inspiring feeling about that. People dealing with real life difficult issues and life choices, and just the lightness and sense of humor, and the good and the bad. And it was a great, like I said, when I think of a classic feel-good book, this fit that to a T. So I hope that you will come and check out this book or check out another book, because it's my job to keep everybody reading. Bye. Oh, by the way, it's Reul and Where the Road Leads Us. And I'm going to have to find out if Reul has written more books, because I really like this one.